If you go to your Blackboard, then you can see the updates. I didn't know that I didn't post the course materials and the slides that we discussed last week, booting and backups. And there's a midterm key. If you click that midterm key, then you can see your this is the exam, right? 3-page exam and followed by the key. So you can see the key. Um, there is no perfect score. I wish at least one of you give me the perfect score, but didn't work. Uh, highest score, not even, I think 90 was so. So what I will do is I need to curve, but I'm going to give it to you uh, your test today. But I'm going to collect this back. Main reason is that I think some of the classes also. New York State requires most college to prepare all the students' achievement assessment. Um, most college failed ones. It's not really failed, but got warning from the state uh, assessment team that we need to have a clear assessment. And then they will visit us, I think, annually, every year. So we need to prepare something. So the exam is one of the major assessment. Some other courses have also project, term project and group project, and also individual project. But this is Linux. It's a command based. It's very hard to give you a homework assignment either. For example, oh, give me the command. Then you can type it. How do I? How do you know that is? I mean, it is more hands-on. It's completely hands-on, uh, and it's not even longer than one line of statements. So, right. But I marked uh, on your exam. If I didn't mark, for example, negative any negative points, it means that the rest correct. I didn't mark if it is correct, but I mark if there is anything that I need to cut the points off, so that you can see -5, -1, and negative some. Okay. Um, some each question here, 5 points worth the weight, right? But for example, true or false type of questions, I cannot give you any partial points, right? And if there is any multiple choice, then I can still give you some partial points. For example, question number 6, something returns the path to the location of the Python binary files. Many students marked where is Python, then which Python. They're very similar. So that I simply cut 1 point off and so on and so forth. So what I will do is, what I will do today, I am going to finish the module 6, and then I'll distribute mark, exam midterm mark, and then you can take a look during break, and after the break I'll take questions. We can do some practice so that you need to understand fully. I know the weakness of yours is that, for example, copy. Then you can copy. There's three things. Well, basically, copy is that copy CP followed by source file followed by destination, right? So source file, there's a one path expression. Destination, there is another path expression. Another path expression that you need to consider is the path expression to the location where you are issuing the command. All those three path expression may not be the same, maybe all different, or you are at the same directory as one of those, uh, the source file or destination. So, and everything is organized hierarchically. All the directories and files are organized hierarchically. It is the same as the Windows systems. Windows systems are more strictly hierarchy than Linux. Linux somehow there is a symbolic link so that physically it is under a certain hierarchy, but can be seen by other directories if we allow. It's a linking, symbolic link. So which means physically the file is here, but in another directory, it has only link. So they can run the file in the third place as if it is there. Okay. Okay. So we'll take a look. We'll do a little bit more practice. Meanwhile, what we need to do is we need to go back to boot and startup. Today we will do okay. All right. Once you have file system with you, then you may need to install some of the packages on your Ubuntu Linux. Ubuntu Linux is a platform. There may not be some packages that you want to use. Or if you are a system administrator, then you need to take care of the request from anyone who wants to run some packages. That package needs to be installed on the system. How can you do that? Simply you can use this, right? Sudo like a super user privileges. Although you have root privilege, root login password, in another module that we are going to learn today, suggest not to use as a root. You may change it, something that should not be, but you have all the privileges. If you change something accidentally, then your whole system will be running abnormally, right? So you can do you can log in your own regular user ID, but once you set up some, then you can also do sudo. Not all the users can do sudo. Only those who are available on the file sudoers. Sudoers. We'll learn that today. I mean, the module after this, how we can set up sudoers. How we can, first of all, how can we add users into my Linux operating systems? There are many ways that you can add users. Some users, normally you can provide the user the shell. Shell means like a Linux shell, so that that user can issue command as we learned right now. Some users completely do not have any shell, so he cannot do anything but something limited. For example, only upload or download. That's it. So limited commands is only provided. So all such things will be discussed later. But anyway, in general, if you want to install, for example, Elixir, let's say this is one package. Okay, Elixir is one package. Elixir is one of the language. Have you heard of this Elixir language? May not, right? This is another computer programming language. Some universities teach Elixir quite much, as far as they do some artificial intelligence courses or machine learning courses with some implementation. Then machine learning or artificial intelligence cannot be implemented effectively in, for example, Python or Java. Could be possible, but it needs a lot of work. You may need to year or two of your full time on doing something. It can help you to make something a little bit intelligent. So all such things are already ready in language. So we can simply use that language. That language is called Elixir. Elixir. Okay. Artificial intelligence is a good course, even for cyber security. Even though you want to install some detection or prevention program, it might not be intelligent, so that it could do only if you know. What your system cannot do other than you originally designed, because it is not intelligent, right? But anyway, let's say this is a new program, but by default, Ubuntu operating systems does not know this. Then how can we install it? For example, consider Elixir, now unknown by is not. So type, I put this. Now unknown by Unix. I mean Ubuntu. Ubuntu does not know. So it is unknown. I would say yet unknown. If it is not known, then you need to let them know, which means Alexa is in this package or lang, there's a language, right? Or lang. What you need to do is, this is a command, repo, like a repository of the package in the Ubuntu. You have to give all the URL. See here, https package start orlang-solutions.com. This is the URL. And then for the subdirectory, orlang solution 1.0.0 underscore all.deb, and the 2 ampersand, and sudo dpkg minus I is all same, and orlang, and then you need to say this. After this, if you do this, then your Ubuntu operating systems now understand if you say this, sudo apt-get and install Elixir. Now it understands. Okay. So you need to let your Ubuntu know where the Elixir package is available. After that, run this. This is optional. Okay. Once you do this, usually you better do update or upgrade. So all the package tool can be updated and upgraded. So you could do this periodically, not only together with this installation, but anything newly updated out there, then you may need to do that. Then you can go your Ubuntu where there is a repository. So usually when you do apt-get update, then this update program visit that repo where there is all the URLs available. So visit that URL if there and find out any updates. If there is any updates, and bring it down and ready. If you do upgrade, then it can be upgraded. Same thing, you do sudo apt-get and upgrade, right? You may try this. We'll do this after we learn something more. Monitoring disk usages. If you type du, then disk usages on files and directories. df reports file system utilization. Is of list of list open file handles. This is very important for the cybersecurity investigation. If somebody some intruder come to your system and do something remotely or physically, and you know that that program is still running, then you need to see which program is currently running. So if you type ls list open file, all list open file can be obtained. Quota, configure and display user quotas. Quota, for example, this is not usually installed on your default Ubuntu. But quota, the package, the program is already known by Ubuntu. If it is known, then there's one command needed. What is it? Sudo apt-get install and then program name, in this case quota. Then quota can be installed, right? If it is not known, of course there are so many other packages not known by your Ubuntu. Then you need to find out the resources where there is that package available. Then you need to specify like this, as I did, right? Yeah. Oh, I think we did this last time. I think I did it backward. All right, but that's okay. Okay, so far what we did is start up your system, right? Last time I helped you to understand, it starts from the bootstrap, right? Before we do bootstrap, first program that it should do is post, right? Power on self-test. First it should test by itself the existence of all the devices, like monitor, keyboard, mouse. Therefore, your system is ready to communicate with such devices. And then Bootstrap needs to be installed first. Bootstrap usually stored on ROM, read-only memory. That ROM load first part of primary hard disk where there is master boot record. The size of a master boot record is 512 byte. So that is first loaded. It is loaded by Bootstrap. So once the master boot record is loaded on and also available on the main memory, then your system knows how many partitions of your hard drive and where operating system is available. So operating system now is loaded. Once the operating system is loaded, then your system is ready. That is the starting phase of your Linux operating systems. Now, if you want to shut down, then you need to type shutdown. An option, either -K, -R, -H, -C. Okay, then it can be shut down. If you do not follow this shutdown procedures, but simply turn off the switch, then highly likely that server will be crashed. 2 or 3 years ago on summer, while I was not here, our server, when we were in the other building, there is no AC running. Every summer at that time, AC has some issue. And I was teaching at the Manhattan campus, and it is heat up. So some of our faculty members just turned it off. So it crashed. Since that time, it is crashed. It's not fixed. But anyway, so the proper procedure for shutting down is very, very important. Therefore, your operating systems prepares all, and all the configuration needs to be properly closed. What type of configurations? I mean, system itself is okay, but only the issue is you cannot communicate with others. So network issue involves. All the configuration files are lost. That is the reason. Once you do, then you can reboot if you want. Okay. This is the last but very, very important concept. Once your system is up and running, you probably need some programs periodically or continually running without having to be issued by you, administrator. It is possible if you set up some scheduling mode, then such programs can be automatically executing at the designated time. You can plan once a month or any specific time, or once a week, or once a day, or once a year, whatever you want to do. Okay. So that is a scheduling. Linux system uses the cron. This is a scheduling system. Cron system for time-based job scheduling. It allows users to schedule jobs to run. Job? What do you mean by job? Process. Correct. Some program that you execute. There's a job. Scheduling allows system admin to run jobs and batch processes. So that schedules can be found here in this table. Cron tab. Tab means table. Cron tab. There is a table specifying the schedules about some jobs or processes or your programs. The data type of, in that cron tab is in this way: star 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 command. First field, this is first field. First field is a minute. For example, certain specific time. Then in the reverse, there is a month of a year, which is fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a month of a year. So month of a year, then so from January means 1, February 2, and December 12. So you can choose one of those. If you want to run once a year. If you want to run it every year, every month, then you need to leave it star. Rather, you have to specify this, a particular date, because you want to run it monthly. Monthly, then you need to specify which day, which date. Okay, so 15th of each month, or 1st of each month, or 27th of each month. Better not to say 29th or 30th or 31st. Not all months has such date, right? And then second field is the hour. Okay, once you set particular date, then what time? 0 means time 0. For example, midnight. Number 1 means 1 o'clock. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a military time from 0 to 23, right? There's no 24 time. 24 is nothing but reset to 0. Is that the case, Michelle? Yeah, some Randall, you? Are you better? Randall? Huh? Means you're not veteran, but you know this stuff. Yeah, from Sunday. Good question. For example, fifth is the day of a week. If you want to do not monthly but weekly, then monthly you should leave it star, and then date leave it star. But you have to specify this. So this means this fifth. If you put 0, then every Sunday this program runs. Every Sunday is specific time. Okay. Dump and restore commands also very good program if you have a backups. Restore is available on the Windows operating systems, right? Since Windows version some, right? I do not know. Windows XT, Windows, what was it? Windows version before Windows 7 is Vista. One before XP. Okay. I'm not sure XP has a restore program. Yeah, system restore. I think that is the first version, right? So people, what do you mean by that? It has always uh, a copy of the system images, the complete runnable system images, the most recent version at that point stored. So you can restore that once. If you have any issue, then you need to go back to that the right previous version of your operating systems. That has been long on Linux, so you can issue that. Another thing that you can do dump is using tar, CPIO, or DD. Tar, the command has been asked in your midterm exam, right? DD command is very, very useful if you want to investigate operating systems. Particularly if you want to know your system is crashed. You have only hard drive. So you want to look into the hard drive. Then you need to dump the hard drive using DD, disk dump. DD stands for disk dump. So all the disk can be dumped in the hexacode. And then you can read the first 512 bytes. And then you can calculate bit by bit, byte by byte. Then you can understand all the features of that hard disk. So you can see the file system of that hard disk. File system contains 0 or more files. zero or more files, right? A lot of files stored. Some files may be destroyed. If you want to recover, then you need to recover. How can you recover? The idea is very, very simple. Each file has header file. If it is a Microsoft Word, then there is a specific Microsoft Word header files. Header files in hexacode. If it is a PDF files, then PDF header file available. So file itself, if you have, for example, say this is a PDF files, then few bytes allocated for this is a meta file or header. If it is a PDF files, then PDF specific header files is written here. So you have to search this. And if it is a header file, then there is a end mark. Hey, this is the end of PDF files. So what you need to do is you can scan through that hexacode and find out the starting point of that PDF. And then the very next end points. You can cut that portion and save it. Then that is the recovery of that lost file or completely deleted files. That is very handy, high-tech of file recovery for your forensic investigation. Okay, forensic investigation. Anybody here took a forensic, digital forensic already? Took digital forensic? Oh, from the other school? You too? Some other schools use simply software, right? What software have you used? Yeah, software that for your digital forensics. I'm talking about operating system investigation. I mean file recover. Okay. Great. Mm-hmm. Using the software packages, right? Yeah. You could do that manually also, or by program on your own program. If you know Python, then Python can do that also. It's a lot of extensions available. DD, for example, disk dump. The command is this. If you want to extract MBR information only, master boot record only, then every 512, you need to, this SDA, not necessarily SDA or SDA2 or 3, you need to find out the primary disk. Primary disk means the disk containing bootable record. Okay, that is available in under DEV directory. So input file IF is this /DEV/ and hard disk or floppy disk. Floppy disk is not this, different logical name. And then output file is you can save the MBR. You can do whatever you want to. Say here. And then 512 bytes. Count one means I want to have only 512 once. That it contains 512 byte long from the beginning of that disk drive. If it is a primary disk, then it contains master boot record. After that, you have to investigate. It's very fun. You have to read all the bytes and bits and calculate some. Once you have this, then you can also install based on MBR if you want. Okay. Dump. Advantage of dump. Backups can span multiple tapes. Usually, right? For example, you have systems running. You want to make it backup. The size of a tape, usually backup files can be stored on a tape. Why? Why usually we save it on a tape? Anybody can get any rationale? Why save it on tape for backup? Okay, what is it? Huh? Memory. Oh yeah, you're correct. Yeah, it lasts longer, longest. For example, your optical drive, it lasts only 10 years. Anybody has CD-ROM longer than 10 years? If you're lucky, then it still contains some, but it doesn't last 100 years, for example. Tapes, usually, the lifetime of tape is 100 years. So that is good backup. Your flash drive, even shorter than 10 years. I think maybe a couple of years. And it can be damaged if you have some magnetic fields and something like that. Quickly damaged. So that is the reason. Another minor reason why we use tape is that a lot cheaper than any others, right? The size big, but cheaper. But only the problem of using tape is that if you have a bigger size of hard drive to your system, for example, 1 TB, then there's no 1 TB capacity of tape. You need to prepare multiple tapes so that 1 TB disk information can be dumped. Permissions, ownerships, and modification times are preserved if you use a dump command. Files with holes are handled correctly. Backups can be performed incrementally. Different version of command. Every file system must be dumped individually. Only file system on the local machine can be dumped. Features of dump: support incremental backup, meaning initially you can back up an entire program, and a week later you're going to back up again entire, or you want to back up only something changed since last time. So there is always, not always, in such case, a particular timestamp, nothing but checkpoints. Since that checkpoint, if any updates, then you want to save the portion of updates only. So selectively you can restore. You want to restore the time points that you save entire backup, or you want to back up a particular time so that it contains original plus any updates, or you want to back up the most recent version of your system, then you need to apply all the backups, all the updates to the original backups. Flags can be used for that. Dump schedule can be also made. Remember that cron tab? It has a dump schedule. So what we will do with this PowerPoint, run Ubuntu. All right. Cron tab can be found. Let's see if it is here. In etc directory, right? etc. There is a cron. Something about cron tab, cron.weekly, cron.monthly, hourly, daily, and then cron.d. There's a daemon program. Daemon is the services, which is nothing but a program. Program runs a background continually. That's a daemon. Usually, a daemon program is for services as a server. Okay, but anyway, that is anything about daemon, but that daemon needs to run according to the schedule, then it's saved here. Cron monthly, daily, weekly, but I want you to take a look at cron tab. So how can you run cron tab? First thing that you need to do is you need to find out type of that cron tab. Then you can tell you the type. What's the type of that cron tab? ASCII file, so that you can simply read it. What is the command to read? More or cat or less or tail if you want to read only a few lines from the back, or head. Those are all the commands that you can read. If you read line by line, all concatenated, then you can see cat space cron tab. Then as you can see here, you can read some. Cron tab is available in the first command on top of that file. Start with the slash, of course, pound sign. Pound sign means in Linux operating systems. Pound sign is means a super user shell. If it is not a shell level but in a file, then there is nothing but comment. So it is comment. It is not running. So what it commented here is that slash etc slash cron tab colon system wide cron tab. So this file contains the system wide cron tab. Next line is, unlike any other cron tab, you do not have to run the cron tab. Other cron tab you may need to run, for example, cron.monthly, then only if you run it, then from that time, every month, it check. This cron tab applies automatically by default and applied to entire system. But anyway, shell is available /bin and /sh. Path, available path specified here. It can be sbin under local, or bin under local, or sbin from top, or bin directory from top, or sbin under USR, or bin under USR. So all these path expressions are applicable. All right. Let's take a look some program here. Command is cd / and double ampersand means if you do this manually, then first line that you do cd / hit enter, and then you run this. This is a second command. But if you want to do 2 commands at a time, then you need to do %, 2 double ampersand. It is not the same as pipeline. Pipeline is the output of the first command will be used for the input to the next command. Double ampersand means just sequence of 2 execution, 2 commands. 1 command and then next command. So 2 commands needs to be executed. This command, the user is root. Aha, this is very dangerous, right? If you say root, then every such moment there is a root privileges is up. But anyway, this is not a good idea, but usually cron tab cannot be seen outside. It is okay. So root. Let's see here. There are 5 time points, right? So what do you mean by here? 17 star. For example, here 17 star. Therefore, the combination of these 2 commands will be automatically executed when? Once a month, once a year, once a week, every day. Huh? 4 stars after 17. Sarah, what do you think? I'm asking. Okay, Brandon, you have some answer. Right. Monthly, yeah. Whatever, it is up here. So you don't have to. Yeah, first one is minute, hour, month, year, and week. But all the rest, but the first, are marked star. What does that mean? Doesn't care, right? Star means doesn't care. So it means it runs every day. Every day at the time 17. So what time is it, Michelle? 17? Huh? 1700? 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Yeah, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So every day, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, that program should run. That's what it means. Another thing here. Next one. Oh, this is not hours, minute. I'm sorry, minute. Right, 17 minutes. What does this mean? 17 minutes. So it runs every minute and every hour. It runs every hour. Every hour, each single hour at the minute 17, it runs. What about next ones? Randall. I think this is what you like. 25 and 6. Two fields are specified, the rest stars. So this runs monthly, daily, weekly, annually. Second field is specified 6. Second field is the hour. So every day, the hour of 6, which means only in the morning, right? 6 o'clock every morning. 6 o'clock and minute is 47. So 6 at 6:47 every day, that program should run. What about the next? Oh, yeah. Oh, I was about this, right? What about this? The last star means the week. So from 0 to 6. 7 means, again, 6 after 6 is a 0. So it's nothing but 0. Which means Sunday. So every Sunday at 6:47, that program should run. My question to you all, what about this? I want you to think. Highlighted there, by looking at this, tell me what it is. First day of a month, third is the day of a month. So first day of each month, 6:52 in the morning, the following program should be executed. Right? There's a cron tab. So cron, what else? Shutdown, you could do shutdown and then reboot. Okay. Elixir, Elixir, Elixir. You need to find out that from the web page and see what it is. Elixir. The Elixir is Elixir. If you go to elixir-lang.org, then you can find out what it is. Elixir is a dynamic functional language designed for building scalable and maintainable application. Elixir language leverages the Erlang VM, known for running low latency distributed fault tolerant systems, while also being successfully used in the web development and embedded software, things like that. So this is a language. So there is a Erlang-solutions.com has the package of that, right? So what you need to do is, I want you to first on your system, sudo apt get install Elixir, ELIXIR. See what happens. In my case, it runs, but in your case, tell me what is the response from your Ubuntu. We are now practicing to install some program which is not known by your Ubuntu. If it is known, then this works. So the outcome of this installation is that program running on your system. So it's much more simpler. What is the does it work or has any problem? Yeah, it's not able to locate the package, right? Therefore, first thing that you need to do before you do that, you have to do this. Repo is all. I want you to type this and try. This should be. I'll make it bigger. Okay. So type that along that one. Your URL is up to this. This is with that 2% means there's a sequence of the command, so two separate commands. So this one wants two separate commands. wget to test. If you have this exact the correct so what happens here is if you want to test, then yeah, in this case it is okay, right? Mine, it says save. Once you have this, then your URL is correct. This same thing means what? Not found, then it's misspelled. This should be packages.erlang-solutions.com/erlang/solutions _ 1.0 _ all.deb. You have to type it correctly, otherwise it's not going to work. Huh? No, there's some students who made it, right? Chris, is it Chris? John, yeah, John. Or your network issue. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Some of them is some typo. But anyways, open up the Blackboard and make sure that it is there. Okay. And then you can do install Alexa. Okay. Which one? Sudo apt get update. Did you do this? Update first. Update. Simple command. Sudo apt get update. then it is done, and then after that, install. Hold on 2 seconds. Yeah, in this way it works. Got it? Thank you. See it? Huh? Yeah. Okay, great. Elixir. Elixir is a command. So if you want to see where Elixir is, then which command is which? Elixir. So Elixir is that command is stored there. Where is, then you can find all the Elixir directories. So there is a local bin or local lib. So if you go to usl local lib Elixir, then there is a bin directory binary where you can find out the command. Those are all the commands that you can use. Once you set up Elixir, there are 4 commands available. Okay. All right. This is the end of the module. Let me. The key has been posted. The first 4 questions, like true false type of questions. Anyone has any question, then I can answer. Some students may be confused. Question number 3. Ubuntu is a Linux operating system extended from Red Hat. There's 2 different ways of Debian is Ubuntu has been extended from Debian. So Red Hat is another stream. Someone? Red Hat what? It has the same kernel as Ubuntu, but different branch from the beginning. There's a slide. If you look at one of the slides that we already covered, it explained that. Some students didn't do, for example, question number 3, regular expressions are used only in VI and grep, but regular expression can be used for any. It is independent expression. So some search can also do this. Some language, for example, Python, adapt a regular expression. To fill in the blanks, question number 5, 6, 7. 5, almost all students made correct. Question number 6, as I explained, where is or which. But my question is something that returns the path to the location of the Python binary file. Binary files can be found by which command? Where is command gives you all the resources about Python, not only binary but library files as well. Echo and then greater than sign, then whatever the echo text will be stored in the file name. So it should be C, a file containing hello mercy. Question number 8 and 7. We better explain it here. Let's say question number 8. Command is to copy a file password for a backup. The backup file is passwd.back. But copy command is cp, right? So many people did that. cp. And then there's two arguments. Source and destination. Two arguments needs to be specified. But the condition here is that this command is issued by root in the directory etc. So you are here, etc. You want to copy password file and copy it password.back. Because you are the root, you can save it in the same directory. So what you need to do is simply cp this, and then this destination file is located in the directory where you are currently. So if I ask you, for example, extended the question where that file is located, then that file is located in etc directory. Why? Because it says command is issued in the directory etc. So etc has another file called password.backup. Right? Question number 9. The command is to copy a file password from the directory etc to the directory 321. So now we want to copy this and save it 321, that is the directory. This command is issued by you who are not the root. So what I originally asked you to do is, because you are not the root, so that you have to do sudo, right? In the directory etc. So you are now working on etc. Copy this password to the directory where the 321. So it should be cp password and slash etc and slash 321 and sudo also. Similar questions. Command is to move, so we have to use mv command, not rather than cp. mv, it's going to move a file password from the directory etc to the directory 321. The command is issued by you, which is not the root, in the directory home. So what it means is that you are here, home, you want to move password under 321. Then mv, again, move has two arguments. Move what? From where to where? So source and destination. So mv, source is the password, but from the home point of view, password is not underneath. So it should be specified, for example, slash etc slash password. That's the source. Destination, now here, you may say slash home slash 321 or simply 321. It's up to you. So like this. 321, why? Because I am now at the directory home. So my location is the same location as the directory 321. So you don't have to say that here. Okay. And then another fill in and short answer, 11, 12, and 13. Question number 11, compress. XVF, X means extract. So that is for decompress. So if you choose A or B, then you don't get any partial point. But if you do C or D, then partial. The answer is D. If you do simply star, then you should be under SUB directory. But I said the produces, well, so SUB that works. Question number 12, undo all changes since the previous update, then just simply quit. If you do ZZ, then it saves and exit. If you do W exclamation mark, then save and stay. Meaning you save the current version and continue to work. That is the question number D. And 14, this is 641, 641. Read write privilege to owner, then read means in the sticky bit number, read means 4, right? And write means 2. So 2 plus 4 means 6. That is the owner level. So first number is 6. Second number is read. Second number, therefore, simply 4. Third number, execute. The sticky bit for execute is number 1. So third number should be 1. So what it does is that here, change mode 641, that specific file. Question number 15 is simple. Exclamation 188, or you can do, as I said, you need to do exclamation mark. Somebody didn't do, but I think I didn't take much points off. If you simply do exclamation and man, then it runs man vi. It should not. As I said here, command history list command already execute. Using a bang, the command execute to show the manual of chmod command. So it should go all the way up 188. One after that is man vi. So if you do exclamation man, then it'll execute 189. To discriminate from the command man vi to chmod, then you have to do exclamation man space c. This is one command. Are you guys okay? Are you guys follow? Okay. The last page. It's a little tough. The question number 16 is simple. Grep, mercy, and star. Then somebody may be confused. To find the file name, this is not going to find the file name. This is in any file. If there is a the word mercy. So what a grep program would do is to open a file and scan through to see if it contains mercy. When it reaches to the end of one file, then it closes the file and open up again another and another. Therefore, you need to do grep mercy. Grep needs two parameters. First parameter is the keyword. Second parameter is the target location. So target location, if you say star, then any file in that directory. And question number 17 and 18, there's a find operation. This has been explained. It is not much different from the command that we learned in the slide. Only thing that you have to do is find is also you have to find followed by the target space. Find slash means I want to find something from the top, right? If I search top, then it search everything, right? Find slash vir slash log, then it means the specific log directory. Under there, I want to find. -c means anything changes. Minute 5, so anything changes less than 5 minutes. Question numbers 19 and 20. This is PS missed. P should be here. Question number 20. So 19, PS minus AUX. Then it lists all the processes. And then pipeline. I want to have anything 2-digit. So any similar to this will get full credits. The accurate the key is egrep, and then square bracket 0-9 means any digits within that range. So 0 to 9 means any digit, right? So first character should be a number, followed by another bracket 0 to 9. Therefore, another digits. So two digits. PS minus AUX. So any process information that can contain two numbers, then I want to extract it. That's what question number 19. 20, for example, my name, Yoon, then there's a double O ending with the N to see if there are any such things. But in this case, in egrep and Ubuntu, by the way, if you want to specify the iteration, the number of occurrences, then you should say within curly braces, right? Curly brace may have 3 numbers. So first number is minimum, second number is maximum. So first number is 2 specified, which means at least 2, comma, maximum number, open. Therefore, 2 or more, O's, 0, O, and ending with N. Question? Comments? Objection? If you find any mistake of mine on your grading mark, so please let me know as you return yours. So I want you to give to me your midterm exam right now. Okay, let me. Okay, next module is logging. Logging and logins. Logging and logins. So, log. Why log is important? In general, log. Yeah, you need to monitor. Although you do not monitor, but if you log uh, the user's commands, then you can find out all the activities of your users, right? Activity. If you want to save the activities of your users, what is the purpose of that? Monitoring. That is good. There is a major purpose also exist. Without logging, you may lose. What happens? If you do not have logging, but system crashed, you lose all, right? For example, banking system. So user comes through your banking website and then put there, I want to transfer X amount of money from my checking account to someone else. So you click, and submit button. After submit button, banking system crashed. Before actual money was transferred, not actual money, I mean the electronic money was, before electronic money was transferred, crashed. Then what happens? If there is no logging, then your banking system does not know who did what just 2 seconds before our system crashed. Right? Especially there is a problem. If it is not transferred, then it may be okay. But what if transferred already? But there is no log. Money is gone, but your system does not know who sent. Then that is your loss, right? There is an even bigger problem. than the previous example, right? Therefore, logging is important, number one. And another issue is, when do you need to log? After money sent out, log, or before sending out? Before sending out. You are correct. So there is a protocol called log ahead. Log ahead protocol. Log log ahead. So before the action is taken, before a corresponding is taken, the request needs to be logged. So logging is important. There are basically three kinds of logging. System log, you don't need to do anything, but system already set up the logging. For example, somebody log in your system, then that is logged. It logs who comes, from where, when, all such things stored. Or application logging. Once you install some service program, then that program has also logging capabilities. For example, web server. The web server has the logging systems installed together with that web server. Database server, for example, MySQL on your Ubuntu system, then it has its own logging systems. Another type of logging is that you can do it by yourself. Although some systems automatically does, but for example, if you want to create your own web page, so sometimes you want to see who comes in, who reads my web page. You may be interested in, right? But if you don't do any logging, you do not know. But actually, you can create log files. If you create your web server using programming language, for example, PHP or Perl, Python, or any other language except HTML or CSS. If you create your web page using HTML, then there is no way that you can create and save loggings on your own. But if you use some other like programming language or scripting language, PHP, but PHP has some statements so that you can save it. You can save it at any location, not necessarily within that web page, but you can save it somewhere. As we learned some path expression, you can save it somewhere so that it's not easily found by some intruders. Okay. So logging file is very, very important for cybersecurity reason also. So periodically, you look up some log files and find out who comes in your system or who tries to come to your system but rejected. if you set up a web so the Linux operating systems available, then there are a lot of people trying to hack in, failed to log in, but your system can save. Somebody tried to gain the shell privileges, can be saved. Okay, let's take a look. Some of the logo files. The next slide is, yeah, one app. I want you to do, yeah, slide number 5. All others like a kernel level. If you have a klog, sys, this is system logo files, but it's a kernel level, kernel systems. Log, D means daemon. Daemon is a service program that runs continually at back end, and also it's ready to serve. But anyway, that runs continually. So klog D, then it does something about the kernel. So what I want to know is the Linux logo files location. So open up the Linux. CD. Logo files are stored on the var directory. var directory is the directory dynamically which contains the files dynamically changed, which means variable. Therefore, the directory is called var. Variable size. So all logo files are var. Let's first come to the var directory. cd /var, and then type ls. Then if you see here, they are all the variable sized directories available. Backups, variable, right? Sometimes you back up X amount of data, or some other times Y amount of data. So size of data is not the same. Logo files, of course, right? It keeps growing. And mail comes in, so we do not know, and definitely we know for sure it is not fixed the size. Mail grows, usually grows. What somebody said, oh, I want to delete, maybe reduced. It doesn't remain the same. That's what we mean by var, variable. Cache or spool. Spool is it's a directory if you want to communicate with the external sources. Then it comes into spool and await. But anyway, if you come here var, there is a directory called log. So cd log and ls. Guess how many log files available? Type ls. So many log files. apt, some package, some command used for package install, upgrade, updates, whatever, logged under this directory. And then there's directory file system, Samba, and VMware, and some other directory is also available. If you install another application service program, then you can also create it. It can be created here. For example, MySQL, then MySQL directory, and under can have multiple log files available. I want you to look at here auth.log files. We have different version, right? Auth log.2, log.1, .2. This is maybe this is the size is bigger, therefore it is compressed, right? To if you want to see that, then auth dot star, then we can see the size of those. Earlier version, earlier logo version for authorization is zipped. The size is not bigger than unzipped, but anyway, this is older version. The version one before is the version number 1. Size is this, and current version is simply auth.log. So if we see, if you type, if you want to see the content of the log file, then type more auth.log, then we can see some of those. See here, in this file, there is a line item. Each line item starts with the timestamp. November 9, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10, 16, and 30 seconds. And Ubuntu and user root. So root has been executed as a root. And if you see somewhere here, then you may see JUN also. So what I want to see here, let's see. This is a more. Oh, that's all right. Is this all? Okay. Let's say cat auth.log. I want to have, for example, SSHD. Grab SSHD. What is the SSHD? SSH means secure shell. D means demand. If somebody gains secure shell demand, demand means DAEMON, like a ghost. Demand, which is a service program, which is a server. If you have a server capabilities of secure shell, then there is not many things that you cannot do, which means you could do almost all the privileges. So that is a dangerous, right? See who gained that. Oh, nobody tried to get, right? But in real, if you have a real operating systems, Ubuntu, and connected to the internet, then you may be able to see a lot of attack from there. Let me see if I have that earlier. .1 is the earlier version. It doesn't have, right? If you want to see JUN, see how many times JUN or your name to your system, try to enter. So there are so many, right? Only me. From here, all about my execution. Okay, so back to the program here. There's a log files WTMP. It contains the record of user logins and logouts. Last log contains the records, contains the time of last login for each user. So if you want to see, then you can find it. For example, since we already have that, so last log files here, right? So try to find out. If you want to see, the log files is growing in this way. The earlier earlier line items appear the first. So newest ones will be attached to the end of that file. We call that append, right? If you want to read a few lines from the tail, then the command for that is tail. So tail -10 and last log, then you can see nothing. Oh, there's empty right now. It is a newly restarted, I guess. Last log ls-l, then it is a size. How can I read the last log? File last log. So for example, Jae-yoon never logged in. Jae-yoon Ubuntu var log last log. Oh, here. So never logged in. Strange. This is not last login. Last log. It's not running in my system. So it says never logged in. But Jae-yoon has been logged so many times, right? But anyway, this is a logging. So you can read this logging stuff. Logging is simply, as I explained earlier, the user activities can be recorded in a file for a specific service. Okay, like authorization, authentication, or networks, or some system access. So there are a lot of log files available. So log files are important resources for you to investigate Linux operating systems for forensic investigation. All right, next week on Monday, we'll have a class also. This coming Monday. Then we will do user management. Create user and give privileges to users. All such things will be discussed. Okay. I'll see you next week.